That time of the fucking year. Rosh Hashanah's up. Stars of David, the whole fucking deal. So I don't want nobody to feel left out here.
Do Christians have a holiday like Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur, and like I guess it's more Yom Kippur than Rosh Hashanah, but like it's like depressing. Like it's like we're like saying we're like asking for forgiveness for how terrible we were.
At the end of the day, all that shit's kind of like blasé, but you just roll through the punches. When you're a kid, you get beat in the head.
They beat you in the head?
No, I'm just saying, like when I was growing up, Easter, like when I was young, all those years till I lived in Jersey, I think, you had to turn the TV off on Thursday night.
Why?
No TV Thursday night, no TV or radio Friday, and fucking Saturday you could turn it back on. Then Sunday's Easter. That's the way the Cubans did it. But then I told Mom, let's skip a do on that shit because, she would make fish soup all week and all other types of stuff. Everybody has a different way to look at their religious holidays,
I know.
Listen, I love Jews, but I heard the events are fucking boring. Ain't good.
Some of the food's okay. Like this isn't the worst. Rosh Hashanah is pretty good. Yom Kippur is a shitty one because you have to fast all day.
Yeah, like I couldn't be Jewish because of that day. That's the day I tap out. Like a week later, I'm back.
I would love to see my brother's wife did it. My brother's wife converted. Like, would you ever convert to Judaism?
I can't.
No,
I can't. I mean, listen, Judaism is a state of mind. You don't need to convert. Everybody makes a fucking big deal. Listen, I'd love to tell you this didn't happen, but it did. When I got locked up, I read a lot. And then when I got out of there, I read a lot more. And I looked into, I was lost. So I looked into so many fucking religions. Do you know? And so far, I don't know all the basic details, but the course I took and what I read about it, I've always liked Buddhism.
Interesting.
Okay. But I'm Catholic, and I also love the Catholic religion. I love a lot of Judaism stuff. It's like I like to borrow from different things and put one together. You cannot narrow somebody down and they're going to say I'm a Catholic because they don't really agree with everything the Catholicism church does. You don't agree with everything the Jewish temple does. You rather eat bologna sandwiches and that fucking matzah. We got to change that up. And I'm just making jokes with you here, but
right.
Everybody looks at their religion so much differently than I do. It's like politics. When people go, I'm a Democrat. Listen, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar because there's no way you could agree with all that stuff. But at the same time, you like stuff that the Republicans do. Or maybe you like stuff that the independents do. And you just vote a different way. I don't know. I'm just assuming this. But
that's really smart.
I really hate when people fucking say I'm this. I'm a Catholic. And I love being a Catholic. But I love borrowing from other religions. I love it. And that's why I hate when people step on something and commit to it 100% because you're not really 100% that.
No, dude, I've never heard of anyone talk about religion like that. It makes sense. It makes sense, and it makes sense for politics.
It didn't make sense in 1798 when you came off a ship from Israel and whatever the fuck, whoever was chasing the Israelis then. It doesn't make sense. But once you get here, listen, you're an American. You were born here. I know for a fact you don't agree with everything we do.
Yeah, it's impossible. No one agrees with 100% of everything.
There's no way. There's no fucking way. And then we pick and choose as Americans. We'll get away with this. They're bombing these guys. Who cares? No. No. But that, it's really weird. Listen, man, nothing bothers me more when I see labels for me, like stand-up, writer, fucking podcast. Listen, that's all included in the comedian umbrella.
Right. Okay.
We're comedians. At the end of the day, We're fucking comedians, and we could do it all. We could produce, we could direct, we could act, and we're not labeled to one thing. The main reason I love stand-up is because you could do it for 3 months and shoot a movie for 3 months and write new material. And then you got another movie or a TV show for 3 months and write new material and bring it out there. You have these pauses. They don't choose to do it that way no more. There's no money in that. But these are all the things that you have to look at as an American, as a human being, and go, wait a second. I don't agree with everything this motherfucker says. I like some of his policy. You know, in the beginning, and I hate to bring this up, like in the beginning, fucking, I'm sure that dude that made everybody drink Kool-Aid.
When you said I hate to bring it up, I have no idea where you were going with that.
That dude, you know, in Guyana, Jim Jones, he had every intention was right when he was in San Francisco. Once he went into the jungle and started shooting meth and started fucking 20 different chicks, you go somewhere else. It's like giving somebody a bunch of fame, you know. But I bet in the beginning, he was doing something right. You know, Waco, that dude was onto something, you know. He was onto something.
No one's ever said that before. You started off so like, this is actually one of the smarter things I've ever heard. And now like these cult leaders were onto something.
They were onto something at first. They had to be. They won a bunch of retards over. You can 6 or 7 fucking retards. I mean, you know, they're coming to you guys and saying the. I mean, I what I'm saying is, people go, you know, like right now, tomorrow, I said, you know what, Lee, fuck this shit. I'm renouncing fucking Catholicism,
right?
And I'm going to start a new church. It's the church of what's happening now. What do you feel like today? Today, I feel like a Palestinian. All right. Run with it. Today, I feel like Hamas. Today, I feel like Israel. Today, I want to be fucking, you know.
Yeah, you could.
This is why I agree with these kids. They dress up like cats. I mean, they're fucking, you know, they've been drinking too much water with ink in it or whatever the fuck they put plastic in it. You know, you want to play somebody else. But there's days I wake up and I'm international. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak no English.
Some days you're Jose. Some days you're Joey.
I just don't want to speak no English.
Do you do that? That would be amazing. To get out of stuff you don't want to do?
I do that for 8 hours a day sometimes. I just talk Spanish to people. I feel like international Joey. I tell you, I don't know what I want to do till I smoke that first joint in the morning. Once I do that third bonk, you call me up, I'll let you know what I'm going to do, all in the fucking nutshell.
So explain that. You, like, if you're just out at the mall or something, who do you talk Spanish to?
Whoever. Somebody comes up to me, you Joey Diaz? I just start talking. Somebody comes up to me, they say, you look like Joey Diaz. Then I just talk to them in Spanish. No. You don't say nada.
There's so many people right now, like, I knew that was fucking him.
People walk away confused as fuck, scratching their head, telling their mother, he looks so much like him. You know.
That's so funny. Because I've seen you do it at restaurants, and you had a joke about it, but it was just the truth. Like at restaurants, like the busboy or whatever, you'd fucking talk to them, and that was cool. I always loved that. They loved it. No one ever got mad at you for talking to them in Spanish.
No, I got the busboys under control. At all these restaurants by my house, I give them this, I give them that, I give them a joint. There's one kid that's like 18. He got hit in the head with a safe when he was like a kid. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got hit in the head with a safe. That's an old expression. You know, he was walking under a window. Somebody dropped his safe, fucking knocked him out, and he never came back. And every time he sees me, I give him something, you know, like a little gift, and it sends him off the chain. I remember one time I showed him like a picture of a girl in a bikini. He lost his fucking mind. He's 17. His face got all red and shit. You could tell he had to run to the bathroom and bang that motherfucker out.
Oh, God. And you have how many of these people? Like, how many restaurants do you have busboys at?
5 or 6.
Jesus. And it's so smart because you probably never wait for anything.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure that I go in there and I mingle with the busboys. And I'll tell you who else I mingle with. My girls at Starbucks. The young girls, you give them a $5 bill, they do backflips. They don't give a fuck. Sugar in my fucking tea for me, not sugar, but sweetener. Like as I order the tea, they're all like my nieces. They're all like my nieces. It's insane.
How long does it take for you to get so close to these people?
And all different colors: white, black, Indians, Arabs. They're all in there, and I talk to all of them. I don't give a fuck. They're the nicest girls and guys in the world over my Starbucks over here.
How do you do that? You do it so well. Like, how long does it take you before you're like best friends?
How fucking shitty is everybody's fucking job?
Yeah.
Okay? For somebody to come in and speak to somebody who doesn't get spoken to all fucking day. And I do it from the heart. I could see it in their face. This sucks. They don't want to be there. They're embarrassed to be there. They don't speak the language. Whatever the fuck. Those are the guys you talk to. I don't tell them nothing about comedy. They don't know a thing.
No,
That's an equal conversation. It's one fat fuck talking to an immigrant. They don't know, and I don't want them to know.
Right.
I'd rather they not know. So we could just have a normal conversation. And I love busboys. I love waiters, When they're gay, I really fucking have a good time with them. I had a gay waiter Saturday.
And what do you do with him?
I was just like, what's going on with the water? I tease him a little bit. Then at the end, he goes, I gave him my card. He goes, you trust me? And I said something like, in that Eric Rocha type of way. Like, I don't know what I said. What the fuck did I say to him? Do I trust? He said, do you trust? You trust me? I go, for certain things. And when he came back, he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm just joking with you. I was going to tell him, you're standing behind me, Shit like
oh my God, you should have. That would have been great.
Nice young kid.
No, I only thought because he would have got the joke. It sounded like he was going back and forth with you.
I don't understand when I walk into your place of business and how I saw it today at CVS. Lady came in with her fucking coupon. It's always an argument over saving 59 cents. And you sit there and you go, this poor Indian guy, I don't even know what you're talking about. The guy's got a wig, for Christ's sake. When was the last time you saw an Indian guy with a fucking wig? He's getting a $3 bill. He's just happy to be there. The guy's a sweetheart of a guy. Sweetheart of a guy. I've seen him in there before. I like my CVS, I got it under control. I do what I want. I feed the cat in the front. So I'll stop there tonight about 9:30 and feed the cat.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna take it home?
No, it's too fucking feral. That dude's a lion.
Oh wow, okay.
I think she's pregnant again, which and the boy is like her son. He's like a bigger kitten.
Oh, okay.
So I just took a case of fucking Fancy Feast with my wife because I got sick and tired of pulling in there at night. Got to get out of the car, walk in. It's late night, so there's only one person in there.
Right. I
got to wait for her to come to the front just for 2 cans of cat food. It takes 20 minutes to give this fucking poor cat, who's already hungry. That motherfucker's been waiting out there for me since, 10 to 9. As soon as the sun goes up, he's out there waiting for me. So I go over there, I talk to him, I make sure nobody fucks with him where him and she are eating, and I fucking leave.
You even have the cats under your payroll. How do you do this?
It's my community. You want to always be a part of your community some way or another in a positive or negative way. I smoke dope on my balcony. That's not doing something for my community. I got no fucking big time neighbors either. They, by the time they smell, it's 3/4 cut.
Oh yeah, you're allowed to smoke on your balcony. I think no.
Yeah, no. This is central New Jersey.
Right.
There's trees. Last night I saw a beautiful fox. Last night I saw something on the road and I almost hit it. I almost fucking killed myself not to hit this thing. And
that's the worst.
I don't even know what that was. It could have been a rat. I almost died for a fucking rat, by hitting this fucking rat.
It is fucking crazy. I hit a deer before. Like it jumped out and hit me. It's fucking terrifying hitting that shit. But you don't think about it. You just swerve. And you just got this car back. That would have sucked.
Yeah. No, all that shit. But I don't know. I've been here for 4 years now.
Right.
I've got my restaurants pretty much. I'm pretty, happy with them. I got a new spot for you when you come. You like chili? Chili con carne?
I think so. Is it similar to what we have on the hot dogs, or what kind of chili?
No, 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 no. That's hot dog chili. This is chili, red beans, meat, cheese, sour cream, couple
Ooh,
onions with
I've never tried that.
tortillas.
It sounds good.
Woo! This place, it's fucking tremendous. Tremendous. And guess what else they got good? Because my daughter got it on Saturday.
Oh, what?
The chocolate mousse there is something from another fucking planet. I just
Chocolate
took
mousse is old school. I love chocolate mousse.
I took one bite of this chocolate mousse and I felt like I was 22. It got hard. My asshole fire came out of my asshole. It was fucking tremendous. It had mousse
Oh, nice.
with a chocolate bottom on it.
Oh, perfect. A bottom?
Dog. These people are professional. It comes in a jar. And it's got chocolate on top, a little darker chocolate. Then they put a little whipped cream and a little hot. I sat there for like 3 minutes controlling myself because my daughter's going to town on it. I told her if she ate all the fucking mushroom, whatever the fuck she got, she could get the thing. She inhaled it when she saw that. When I saw that chocolate mousse, I was like, man, I wish I had more reefer in me.
Oh, yeah. Is it hard for you? Like, you don't really have desserts. I don't really remember you having a lot of desserts recently.
I'm not a big dessert guy. Listen, if I do get a dessert, it's got to be 3 or 4 people.
Right. Okay.
I'll get a spoon for 4 of us. Like if we go to the place where you thought your hand was the fucking crab.
Yeah.
If you don't get the bread pudding there, you might.
Oh, it's that good. I love bread pudding.
Do I ever talk about bread pudding?
No, I've never. I got really excited.
I bit it one time. My wife got it. I was like, what? And they have like a waffle with like, I can't even describe it. When was the last time I spoke to you about waffles? I don't know nothing about waffles. They got a dessert waffle?
Yeah, dude, that dessert waffle was that it saved me when I had the crab hands.
Yeah.
You could see it. You knew I was high. And you'd be like, let's get dessert. And because I had gotten a salad and the mushrooms, guys, I'm not joking. I had crab hands and I couldn't like they tried to hand me a glass and I freaked out. Like when I stepped out of that booth, dude, I didn't think I was surprised that I stood up.
We did everything that night. Like,
oh my god!
Reefer.
Was your cousin there that night, or it was like somebody, like a younger kid, and he got to sleep on the couch too? Or is that a different night? Oh, your nephew,
Tricky Nicky. That's the night. This motherfucker, I gave him a mushroom bar, one of those Fun Factories, the chocolate. Bro, right. I just got some banana sundae from them.
Okay.
It's a banana sundae flavored chocolate bar. God damn, it was good. And God damn, did it fucking take me for a loop the other day. But the first time Nicky came down here, like the third time, remember for my birthday, he ate the whole fucking bar.
Was that night? Okay.
He passed out downstairs. He always passes out. We give him fucking edibles. He's like 22. He came to LA during the fucking pandemic. And his uncle called me and said, you got to meet him. He wants to see you. He feels bad. I go, all right. And I brought him ABXs and fucking weed. And I'll never forget, he called me next day. He goes, man, I slept in my car last night. He ate the edible at like 3.
Okay.
He ate sushi or something. And he dropped his girlfriend off somewhere. And he went to this parking garage and fell asleep in that motherfucker. They thought he was dead on arrival. He walked in like at 8 in the morning. I don't know what happened. Uncle Joey gave me an edible. That's what you get, cocksuckers.
Do you keep track? Because I can think of like 3 people that have like fell asleep and like didn't Tom Segura after the church once have to go park his car to Ralph's and take an Uber home?
A bunch of people, but it's water under the bridge. Fuck those cocksuckers. I'm complaining about some guy trying to help him out.
I don't think they're complaining. I just think, like, how many people make other people take a nap?
A lot of people. You know, I got hypnotist powers. Like, I got that type of fucking, the guy with the fucking watch in front of him, you know, that little fucking dude. You are getting sleepy. No, I'm not.
Did you ever do a show with one of those?
What's that?
Did you ever do a show with a hypnotist?
Oh,
I can't see you liking hypnotists.
Listen, hypnotists, magicians, and midgets. Fucking, I got to look both ways for a little while.
What? Why don't you like hypnotists?
Well, think about it, because you always look at you creepy. They look at you like a fucking dinner. What if he hypnotizes me and rapes me and then wakes me up and tells me I was on a horse when I'm sleeping? When I'm hypnotized, you can tell me whatever you want,
So you're actually just worried about it working too well.
It works, but half of them are charlatans. But, I mean, how do you get the front row to fucking clap and sleep and bark like dogs? When that shit happens, I get out of the room. Because if I go up there and stab one of those motherfuckers with a nail, they better say, why you stabbed me?
Oh my God. That's it makes sense that you wouldn't. I don't think I'd do it either. Like I don't know if you tried it for like cigarettes ever, or you just were able to quit that, not like nothing.
Well, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I did an 8-ball. And then after doing the 8-ball all night with no cigarettes, who's going to smoke the next morning? Boop. That's how you quit smoking. That's
I had no idea.
I threw myself into the mouth of the fucking lion. Why not? It's really crazy, Lee, that the edibles, and it was fucking insane. It was insane. I don't even know if Chiba Chews are still around.
They used to be. I think I saw them somewhere recently, but I was just telling, because like when I was up doing my shows, like the people would ask about it, and we went through like, I don't know, 7 to 10 different edibles before we got to the stars.
The cookies,
like a couple different kinds of cookies, a couple different gummies, the Chiba Chews, the pretzels, the chocolate, the fucking sticks. What were those chocolate?
When I used to switch the Chiba Chews on you, that was the best.
For who?
For everybody. Listen, it raised your tolerance. It made you a lot tougher. Maybe you're roofie proof too. I roofie proofed you.
I appreciate that.
Even when you go into a bar and it's kind of weird and there's guys jumping up and down, if they roofie you, you're roofie proof because I brought you through the ranks.
I probably, yeah. You know what? I never thought about it like that.
Look at it that way. I built your resistance. I opened up your eyes a little bit. Reefer opened up my eyes. Sometimes you got to pass it down.
Dude.
I got to help the younger generation understand the power of this shit. But listen. Enough is enough. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Let's get this fucking show started. It's a Tuesday morning, October the fucking 1st. Hey!
Good to see you, buddy.
It's crazy. I got an email today from one of our old friends in LA. Speaking of this and stuff, I'm not going to say his name.
Okay.
Fucking hilarious. He quit comedy and he became a journalist in some state, and he hasn't done comedy in 8 years. I haven't heard from this guy. I don't even think you know him. He left. I think I did some podcasts with him, but he hit me up. He's like, no, I don't watch podcasts no more. I don't do anything. I'm just a journalist now. And he goes, I'm trying to do a national piece to sell it to one of these. I forget the big newspaper.
USA Today or something?
USA Today. And I'm like, all right. He goes, yeah, I just want to ask you some questions. Number one, he asked me again, are you a Republican or a Democrat? I go, listen, I'm not going to answer that. I can't answer that. And he was like, what do you mean? And I told him what I told you. I just can't answer that question. I don't have time to explain what I like and what I don't like. Okay? I don't have the fucking time. So he goes, can I at least get you to endorse a candidate? And I go, I'm not doing that either. And he's like, what do you mean? Thing. He's like, what do you mean? Everybody's doing that. I go, I don't do that. I just don't do that. I go, it's such a hot fucking issue for people. You're just going to fuck with them, and they're going to fuck with you. Right now, the next 3 months, 2 months, this is going to be fucking a little crazy. So, because no matter who wins, people are going to be unhappy.
Absolutely.
No matter who wins, people are going to be really unhappy this time. So, this is why I tell people, get your passports. YouTube is all around the country. I'll miss you. But I'd rather you're away living your life in Portugal selling peanuts on the corner than over here fucking with, whoever the fuck's going to be president. So, but
I don't think it'll be that bad. I hope. It'll be bad for a little bit, but
again, I'm not political or anything like that, but let's be honest. This is a fun podcast. I don't like talking about this shit. But right now, the tanks are moving into fucking Lebanon, okay? Gas is going back up. A family of 4 is done. There's so many things that are done. How are they going to come back? How are they ever going to come back, Lee?
I don't think anyone knows.
Tonight, we start a longshoremen's union, a longshoremen's strike, and nationwide, I think it is, not just New Jersey. Yeah, that's the port of L.A., that's fucking San Francisco.
No, that's not good.
No, and then we have the nurses are going on a strike in New Jersey at the hospitals. If it was 1, 2, 3 things, we could focus on them and knock them dead. It's like me and you. Debt, credit card debt, and something else. Those are your main things. All right, what are we going to take care of first? The credit card debt. 80 a week here, 60 a week here. You're going to get an extra job painting houses at night. This is how you do things. You narrow it down. We have so many things that are broken right now.
That's a good way to put it.
The price of eggs, the price of milk. Americans can't buy a house. Interest rates are fucking, don't get me started. Don't get me started. This is what happens when I smoke too much dope and do edibles. I start thinking about that. I'm not thinking about it for me. I'm thinking about a family of fucking 2. These kids can't do what we did. They can't go to a fucking playoff game because it's $9,000 a ticket. They can't do 1,000 things because nobody controlled this. Go put music on. Somebody just told me they paid $700 for a country concert. 2 tickets.
That's wild. I think I don't know what podcast it was on, but I saw a clip of Ari on a podcast, and he said something like, when there's inflation, it never goes back down. Like, we just gotta get used to it. And I think it was part of the problem with Dave Smith. But it just seems like, like all the prices go up, but it never comes back down to where it was.
I still remember when we got the fucking luggage with the gas. Gas went up. We're going to put a stipend on luggage. Okay. Gas went down 80 fucking times. I still pay a yardstick, and so does the rest of America for that goddamn luggage. It's not going to come. Lee, there's so many fucking things. So you got to pick. There's things we can help as Americans, and you got to pick and choose whatever each side is going to work on. We've got, I don't know how many illegals in the country. And they're setting up shop, Jack. They're planting flags. They're here to fucking seek and destroy, like any other fucking immigrant. Half of them go to work, but the other guys figure out a fucking loophole. That's the way it's always. Yeah. Let's not just blame them. I know countries who train motherfuckers before they come here. And they get a check and they go back to their country, and the check gets sent back to their country once a fucking month.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people do that, yeah.
People don't understand. So we have so many things that are broken. The mayor of New York just got indicted. That fucking knucklehead. I mean, there's just so many things. Where the fuck do you start? So that's why I take a few edibles. I smoke some dope. And all I can worry about is my community. The bus boys, the cat. I go to my daughter's softball games. I go to the fucking events to watch football. The young kids, I support them. I sit there with Steve. And that's it, brother. That's what I do. You can't help the world. You cannot help the world. You cannot save the fucking world. And good luck trying. You're going to lose your mind. But you could start with your neighborhood. You could start with the people in your life. Whatever the fuck it is. I don't give a fuck. Give them all reefer and edibles. That's why I love this diet smoke. These diet smokes don't have a lot of. Once you start mixing the hemp with the fucking Delta 9 and a little bit of edibles, man, and look at this pack. I was just looking at this. People are going to love this. This is straight for like moms. You open this motherfucker up, boom. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots of getting your head together once your kid goes to school, right in the mammy pack. And once you finish, you can put your long cigarettes in there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got the edibles close. I don't want to think of none of that stuff. And I'm sure nobody in America wants to think of that shit right now. I haven't since the pandemic, but I'm sure booze didn't come down after the pandemic. And I'm sure, well, not in price, but people kept drinking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, you know, people buying weed. I don't know what the coke deal is or the meth or the heroin, but Colombians, I see them on a boat every afternoon, Viva Colombia. So they're doing something right.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm in Portland, Maine this week, and a dispensary was closed. Like that's kind of, isn't it? I don't even remember dispensaries got shut down, but I don't remember like how can a dispensary not make money?
Lee, remember we discussed this a couple of weeks ago? When you're a business owner, there are so many things, and I never knew this. I felt the same way you did and every other American. But think of running a business today. Let me tell you something. I'm going to depress you right now. You know when Brother George brings the lobster tails from Riscoli's?
Yeah, they're great.
Richfield Park. That place has been there since Jesus left Chicago. It's going out of business in 2 weeks. They're closing down. They're going down to one store. When I read that, listen, I'm not the fat fuck that I was. It's not like I'm going to go up there and buy 10 lobster tails and eat them. The first time I had those, I was eating 3 a pop. Right? I was eating 2 regular ones and one with the chocolate on the thing. And whatever cookies he brought, I was eating 3 of those. I'm not going to lie to anybody. You come from California where you don't eat dick. And you got that frozen yogurt, fucking WeHo, whatever that fucking dump was. I used to take my daughter there because of the boredom. Me and her would go there, draw on the board, fucking terrible.
Going at Laurel Canyon?
Yeah, right. The one you could walk from your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Pinkberry, but one of those things, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those things. And then you come here and George shows up with a box. And he brings them everywhere. He stops in Richfield all the time. They're going out of business. Let me tell you something. If you think it's easy running a business today, you're out of your fucking mind. You know, you're out of your fucking mind. Listen, I walk in these weed stores and I am fucking flabbergasted. I'm sitting there going, where are they getting all this money from? You and I used to go to that store in North Hollywood with the 2 Armenians. They were there from 10 to 10, edibles, reefer, high level. You went in there, they goofed with you. They smoked with you. Those guys made like $3 million and bought 4 more of those. And then they ended up selling them. And they walked out of that business with a ton of money. And there was 2 of them. And there was 2 of them. And they were immigrants. And they worked all fucking day. No, they didn't even hire an employee. Towards the end, they had like a girl. But one of them was always there watching the register like you're supposed to. You know, that's why when people say to me, you got to come to my weed store. It's beautiful. Why?
Right.
I'm not going there to see a house. I'm going there to buy weed. And you better have the best weed because that's all I want to hear. And everybody sells you on that. Oh my God, our store is so beautiful. You got to check it out. What's there to check out?
And to me, it seems like it would make them a target. Like the one we were talking about wasn't gross, but it was like an industrial building. It looked like a small house, and on the inside they had AC. But
it was right on my corner. There was 3 of them there. There was the little house, then there was the big one in the corner, and then across the street was the one that was owned by the church that I went to on Christmas Eve.
Where that was? I heard about the church. I didn't think it was right there.
I went in there and cracked them. They had like 3 different types of weed. They all had holy names and shit. What are you keeping me out on Christmas Eve for? So I went across the street to the fucking Russians, and they hooked me up. And then the Armenians were next to them. And the Armenians my point is they made money hand over fist. 2 guys. I walk into a weed store in Jersey. There's 15 people working. 2 different managers, a specialist, you know, and you can't do that. That's labor. That's labor. When I look on the websites for all these weed stores, they're all having sales.
But are they busy when you go in, or like is it usually empty?
Men's and men's. The one I go to the most is busy. 75%. They always have at least 10 people on the line. I love them. I love NJ Leaf. They're solid. They're right in freehold. I get 14 minutes and I'm there. But it's big. And every time I walk into those places, I say, a lot of square footage, a lot of $20 bags, a lot of $20 bags you got to sell. You know, I don't know people walking there and pop $300 at a shot. Like in LA, I'd be dropping $1.25. They'd be dropping $4 bills, $5 bills. You know, Ralphie May was dropping $1,800 every time that motherfucker went to the weed store. Think about it, $1,800
really?
every
What would
month.
he buy? What would his order be at the dispensary?
He bought everything. Like if the weed was the strongest, he'd get, give me all of it, man.
Give me all of it.
He'd take 3 pounds of different weeds. Like he'd take a half pound of one, a quarter pound of one, and a pound of the other. He always bought that Matt's OG on Mondays. I would have, he'd give me like an ounce on the way home. I couldn't wait for that motherfucker to pick me up on Mondays with that envelope of cash.
He would do that every Monday?
Every Monday when he got off that plane, he'd come right from the airport to me. He'd tell whatever people he was busy at a meeting. No, he'd come get me. We'd run over to the corner and we fucking stock up. He'd go in there and buy brownies, cookies. I remember one time we went to a Dodger game. We walked in there with a cake, a fucking THC cake. They knew him. They let him in like he was the doctor in there.
Did it have like frosting on it? Like how big was this cake?
He went in there with a fucking cake and a bakery thing. They let him in.
Jesus, dude.
We eat fucking edible cake under the sun. Roger Clemens was pitching.
That's fucked up. And like I already know kind of what you're gonna say, but how did he get out of like the maximum? Because we were only allowed to get a certain amount every month. Like did the dispenser just not care because it was Ralphie?
I would buy half.
Oh,
you could buy 6 ounces at a time.
Okay, got it.
So we would buy 6, and he'd say he'd throw in 2, edibles, loose joints. It was unbelievable.
That's so much weed.
And then he'd wrap it under his fat and take it on the plane and take it to the next city. And every waiter in the fucking comedy club would be hopping for 4 days, smoking gasoline with Ralphie May.
That's wild.
So I'm really proud of you. Okay?
Thank you, buddy.
Because, Lee, man, gotta tell you something. Before I met you, I didn't meet a lot of guys like you. Everybody in my life was always a drifter. They had an idea, let's work on it. And then one day they just went away. Oh, I'm working on a new roller skating show.
That is my dream.
And for a time there, after I got the longest yard, I felt very guilty because I had a lot of comic friends and it was me and them. I felt a little weird around them and they'd always ask me questions about the business but 3 or 4 of them just wanted a handout. And it used to drive me crazy.
They wanted you to give them money?
No. They wanted a handout. Like, hey, man, can you take me with you here? And at that time, I wasn't on the road or anything, guys. I didn't know nothing. I just popped a movie. And shortly after that movie, about 6 months later, I lost 3 of those friends. And it was because they were lazy. And they pissed me the fuck off. They call you with stupid questions, you tell them, and then a week later they're doing something else, and then they blame it on you. And it was just like, guys, I never told you to do that. Like whatever. And it was just failure after failure. People think I joke around when I was trying to write that book. I went through 8 people. They just gave up.
At least.
They just were giving up. It was this LA thing that people want to do something. It's so exciting. And then 3 weeks in, it's work. And once it becomes work, that's not what they read in books. They read that a bartender in Hollywood came in and said, you're beautiful, we'll give you an audition. That don't work no more. So it really pissed me off. So when I met you, you were a very much go-getter. I was dealing with a lot of people. Again, I hate saying this. They were waiting for a bus that never wished they showed. They were just spinning their wheels. And I was attracting these motherfuckers. When people would talk to me about movies, they were always $100 a day movies. And one day I just had to put the kibosh on everybody. I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not doing anything. I don't want to, because everything was a by the way in my life. Oh, you're in that movie. It's only $100 a day. Another one? How many of these fucking $100 a day movies am I going to do after The Longest Yard? I'm like, this is... So these guys were like, trying to cut through the line. They were always trying to cut through the line. Oh, I got a fucking Showtime special I'm shooting. Whoa. You got a Showtime deal? No. I'm shooting a Showtime special, but my friend's girlfriend works at Showtime. And she said she could show it to the head of Showtime. I go, really? She's in programming? No. She's a receptionist. And you're sitting there going, these poor fucking bastards. Because when Showtime started putting specials on, everybody shot specials and tried to sell them to Showtime. And everybody was fucking up at that time. I had a friend that shot one, but they never turned the air conditioning off. And they put the mic right under it. It was one after the other. One story after the other. That's why I never went independent. I don't listen. Unless the big shoots are going to shoot it, why waste my time? You know what I'm saying? At that level, you could shoot these every fucking year and go broke. Every fucking... And now even the YouTube numbers are going down on these guys. Let's put it on YouTube. YouTube is sick of fucking specials. They don't want to see a half-hour special. Release 3 20-minute specials and you'll get more traction on your YouTube page.
Absolutely.
Release 20-minute specials and now I'm in your head 3 different times in a year. You just sold me. You're going to put one piece of work out and expect your world to fucking change because you're that fucking special. And that's what happened to specials. And now they come out. They just come out. Nobody's watching them no more.
You're not wrong.
Bill Burr, my buddy, the genius, and Jessica Kirsten took their specials to Hulu. Maybe that'll give it a different eyeball, Right. But you said something a couple of weeks ago, and I still believe in it. YouTube is number one. This is where everybody goes to watch it. So if you're going to spend that money and that time to shoot a special, I'd rather you shoot 3 20-minute specials. Edit them a little bit, do a quick interview before and after, do it at 3 different places. Oh my God, with a different fucking stage. Not out of town. Not out of town. You could do one in the Village, you could do it in Queens, and you could do one in fucking the Bronx. So these are the things I think where this is going into now. Not that I'm going to do a fucking 20-minute special.
No. You could, but
this is where it's going to go. And there's all these availabilities right now on YouTube. So if you put a special on YouTube, don't go for 1 million downloads. Go for what you could get. Be proud. It's going to be on there. But I'd rather you put 3 20-minute segments up. That's 60 minutes. Nobody's not saying you got an hour. And what is an hour going to do for you? Right. Everybody got an hour. If you talk to anybody, everybody got I got an hour. I got an hour. Everybody got an hour. I'd rather you do 3 20s. And now you spread yourself out 3 times in a year to your audience. And once you build that, 3 specials a year, 15 minutes, same shit. It's unbelievable where you go. People will be watching that shit all day. Couple videos of interactions with your friends, jumping up and down, smoking reefer, whatever the fuck you do. Box. I don't know. I don't fucking know. What do I know?
No, but I like that. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and I've been saying this for years, that's how I would do it. That's it. Fucking 20-minute specials. 3 of them. That's people's attention span. They can put it in their car while they're eating fucking lunch in their car. They can do 1,000 things with it, and it's not going to step on their toes. It's 20 minutes.
And everyone has, and it's, because I when I see long videos, sometimes I don't have time for this.
You don't have time. Who does? We've discussed this 1,000 times. Why do people keep going for the hour? If they know, even, you have to really dig. I mean, Netflix would never give you the analytics, but you got to really, when you watch those shows, you got to find out how long people are actually watching that special before they turn it off and rewatch it or sit there the whole night and watch it. Usually I got to watch them in 2 anyway. I really do. I watch all the specials on Netflix, but I got to watch them in 2 fucking pieces. So, but man, it's October fucking 1st already, Jack. It's getting cool. Pretty soon they're going to do this fucking Monday. Oh.
What's wrong?
Yeah, no. I got to move something around because you don't want to be going to New York City October 7th. That's a fucked up day to be walking around New York City.
That's like the first day I'll be home.
Yeah, so be careful. Just stay in the bunker on the 4th floor. You got no reason to come down that day. Give your legs a breather. You know what I'm saying? But I was talking about opportunity before and what you've become. And, people have, how many times people call me and I go, Doug, there's a feature week. Yoda's got one. And they go, I'm not a feature act. Okay, then sit at home.
Right.
Sit at home. The guy's got 17 weeks of work. When I was, back in the early 2000s, this guy had 80 weeks of work. He had 10 fucking clubs, that were A and B rooms types. He brought in big names. He spread it around. But on top of that, he had all of Michigan. Half of, how big Michigan is for comedy? All those fucking lakes and shit.
Right. I never thought about that.
At the time, there was a Funny Bone in Mishawaka, right by the Indiana border, by Notre Dame, all that shit down there. But he controlled the rest of that fucking territory. He got me a winter gig once at a country club. There was 4 motherfuckers there at the bar and the yacht in the back, like it was frozen in the water. Like some fucking kayak, whatever. The fucking water was so frozen. The kayak was stuck. I did 1,000 rooms for him. So when I call you and I say, do you want a feature? And you go, no, I'm a headliner. I'm done with you. Because if you really wanted to work, you took it. Guess who takes that work? You.
I love featuring.
And that's the reason you got 2 cancellations this year that you got to fill in.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Think about it. But if you wouldn't have been there, if you wouldn't have raised your hand, and this is what people don't understand. It all starts by getting off that fucking couch. Nothing's going to happen on the couch. You got to get out. I was thinking about my daughter today. She gets home at 4, 3, Mondays it's 2:45, 2:50. She does some homework. She's done it like 4:30. And I got to go up there and get her sometimes. And go, what's going on here?
You're relaxing after a long day.
What long day? What long day? When I was her age, I was just getting started at 3:30. I was just after you have that afternoon snack, when you go home and have that little snack.
Yeah, always.
Right there. There was no reason to do anything. I was that disciplined that I was going to do my homework later, but I'd be out. All those stories I tell you about robbing trains, and that's what I was doing when I was 11 and 10 with these lunatics in North Bergen. We were going down to the swamps and getting those punks and then knocking on people's door and selling them for $1 a piece because they keep away mosquitoes. It's a different world. And listen, I understand. But when it's nice out, you got to get out of the house. Go throw a baseball. In this neighborhood, there's no kids that come up. They don't come up. She's got to ring the doorbell for them and shit. And even then, the kids will look out. It's sunny out there. We'll stay in.
So you send her out to play?
Yeah, but there's really nobody out there. I mean, the kid goes downstairs, hits the bag a little bit, throws the ball, does some jumping jacks, and then she comes back in. I don't blame her. I don't fucking blame her.
You said that for years. You don't see kids playing outside anymore.
There's a little boy across the street. He's cool. I like Wesley. But he stays at the camp till 5 or whatever. They do like after school program. And the other 2 up the corner who she gets along with, they go to a Catholic school. So it's just very weird. but I was out. I was just getting started at 3:30.
Right.
I was going home, bringing in the mail, getting a fucking ham and cheese sandwich, and paying. My mother wasn't home when I was 11.
Right.
Early.
That's probably the difference.
When I got home, I was gone. Gone. There's no reason to sit in this fucking mausoleum. Get out there, see the kids, fucking play street hockey, whatever. We played everything. Didn't matter what the way. It didn't matter whether you were good or bad. You just went out there and you tried your best. But you know what can I fucking tell you? It's all completely different.
And
I'm
it's
pretty.
fucking changed.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm pretty content. You know, I was gonna hold off, but next Tuesday tickets go on sale. It's either pre-sale for my residency at Parks Casino in Philadelphia. I finally pulled the trigger. I put together 4 shows, 3 in 2025 and 1 in 2024. And the date is November 22nd. It's the night before Thanksgiving. It's a great place. You could hang out at the casino. You could eat there. You can meet us at Joey Molino Steakhouse, Cheese Steakhouse, fucking cheesesteaks afterward, whatever you guys want to do. It's going to be a great night. So just letting you know, Philly, I don't talk shit. I love you motherfuckers. I'll be down there for some Sixer games and shit. I am so ready for fucking Sixer basketball, you know? And let's see if the Phillies get to the playoffs or whatever. I think playoffs started today. So I don't really know what's going on. But I'm excited, Lee. You're on those shows.
Thank you, buddy.
I don't know what to call them, you know. I got some people that I could fly in for those. You know, we're going to have a good time. We'll bring our crew in, get Eric out here, George Perez, you know.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And just have a good time again. You know, I don't want to get on planes. I got more announcements, but they'll come up when they fucking come up. But again, Lee, you're doing a great job. And I'm really proud.
Appreciate it.
And, you know, you don't have that much noise in your head unless you put it in there. And that's the only problem you have. You work yourself up for no fucking reason. It's just case c'est la vie. And how I know is because I used to work myself up at this level. And it was for no reason. There's nothing you could do.
I wish I could stop. I don't know how to stop doing it.
You got to wait for the stars to align and then capitalize on that too in any which way you can. But since you moved to New York, you brought excitement back to me. I feel better. My future's a lot clearer. I didn't know what was going to happen. You know, I'm going to try to get into the city this week, go up to North Jersey, look at some offices so we can put this podcast in full effect.
That'll be fun.
And that's my fucking plans, Lee. That's all that's on my mind right now. I've been writing a lot lately, like just writing. It ain't funny. I don't give a fuck. I'll find something in there, but it's from my heart. And it's not shit I got to talk about for the podcast. It's none of that shit. So I'm excited. I'm going to do some spots this week around Jersey. After they announce the tickets, I can't do no shows 100 feet from 100 fucking miles from there. So I'm going to be going up to Brooklyn with you and the Bronx and something else just to work out because what am I going to do? I ain't going to Philly if I'm not tip-top magoo. I got 8 weeks to train to get to Philly, so 7 weeks.
That's exciting. Yeah, dude. I'm excited for it. Like, one of the reasons I'm excited for it is like we did Parks before. It was awesome. It was a great show, but it was like such. You were so relaxed because like it was such an easy thing for you to get to. Like,
I'm home.
It seems perfect for you.
I'm home. That's a 42-minute ride from me from my door. Are you fucking kidding me? It's a one shot. You'll come here in the afternoon, meet me. We'll fucking get tuned up, edible. We'll puke, and then we'll go to the show. You know, like soldiers.
Perfect. Dude,
how did you feel this weekend?
I felt great. It was definitely nerve-wracking. Like it was just, you know, it's going from 20 or 25 minutes tops to 50 is a lot. And I said, like, I felt I didn't want to let Josh down. And I also, you know, I want to do well in front of the owners. Those were better than others. But like I felt really confident and I dealt with
I'm
and I
gonna
dealt with things.
fuck up.
But yeah, and I dealt with some talkers and things like that. But like overall, it went very well. Again, it was I was it was just fun to almost not like bomb. Like I'm just so scared of bombing in that situation. And it was great that people came out. It was awesome that people came out. And what I really like about it is that most of the people there didn't know who I was. Like they hadn't heard of the podcast. And if I can get, I would never want to let down like a listener, but if I can get someone who has never heard of me before to laugh, it's like, okay, this is actually funny.
Yeah.
It was just it like gave me a little. I like these weekends because it gives me like a little glimpse into like what life could be. Like that, just like that weekend is my dream. 5 shows Thursday through Saturday. Like that's if I'm headlining doing that every 40 weeks a year, that sounds fucking badass to me.
Yeah, you're putting smoke in your head for no reason. Why would you go there for 40 weeks a year when you're paying all that dough for 4 fucking stories? So
I don't know.
You gotta get your investment out of that too. So
I do want to do that, but
yeah, that's great. 40 fucking weeks with
I don't know. I just came up with a number. I don't know. You tell me what number.
a number is something that you could still have a life and you still have a dose of reality and you don't burn yourself out. I mean, listen, I was doing 40 weeks a year since fucking 98 to like 2000 fucking whatever. But what I wanted to talk to you about was fear in comedy.
Okay.
Listen, people think I lie to them. I have no reason to lie. I am scared of everything. Do you understand me? Like before I have to do something, my head flips. That's a mental thing. That's a fucking retardation I have, okay? Everybody has their own little quirks. I don't know. I think other people have this quirk. Like I don't like looking at my stand-up material. I don't like looking at myself. I don't like listening to myself. I just like to put it out there and let the pieces fall where they may. If I said something wrong, whatever. But I'm not gonna focus on that. I just want to focus on doing a good job. But we all have this natural fear as comedians, and I love it. But again, because I lived it all those years, here it is, plain and simple in a nutshell. You're gonna get opportunities when you're gonna have a little fear. I shouldn't say this because people are gonna take it the wrong way. I'm gonna strangle one of these fuckers. People take it the wrong way, and I didn't. I didn't do this. But if I could do it over, I wouldn't have put that much pressure on myself. Like triple runs. In my mind, it was Madison Square Garden.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And then you get there and you eat a bag of dicks and you can make all the excuses you want. You're always going out there to hit a home run, right? You're always going out there to be the best that you can be. Just the best. I don't need a standing ovation. I don't need to make out with 3 chicks or have an orgy. I just want people to say, that dude is fucking funny. And you have a great time. But I knew that I fucked up a lot of my good times by being scared when I'm in the back of some fucking hillbilly bar in Craig, Colorado. Like I took those things seriously, and I look back at it and there was no reason. No reason,
You don't think I should be more free at those shows?
A little more, but at some time you're gonna have to remove the safety net and be Lee Syatt. And that's when I don't know. I guarantee if I turn my phone off and got on my Whoop, I have high stress right now thinking about those days. Because I'd walk into a club, and then don't get me wrong, after 2003, I was doing it 12 years. I got more looser. There was more drugs. I got more looser. I was drinking, whatever the fuck it was. But I didn't have that fear when I auditioned for Mitzi Shore.
No. You weren't
No,
scared at all?
no.
Wow.
As much as I was scared in some fucking podunk town gig. You know what I'm saying? Like when I walked in the store at the store, I knew I belonged there. So it was kind of like in my mind, I just had to be funny, you know. But I don't like that fear. Like I don't have it no more. The reason I didn't get on stage when I first moved here was A, COVID, and number two, people getting chopped apart for saying and doing nothing. It became open territory on people. Number one, I was burnt out to do stand-up. I was nowhere in my mind. You know, I was telling my wife I read one of the notebooks from when I first got here a couple of weeks ago. I found this notebook from the first 6 months here.
Okay.
I needed psychological help. I was in that bad of shape, guys. I was in that bad of shape. I was writing in that notebook 3 times a day, and the night stuff I read was not good, guys. I took that notebook and ripped it up and threw it in the fucking bottom of the bag so nobody could ever find it in the garbage again.
Were you angry or something? Or?
No, I was confused. I was very scared. I was scared of the move. I was scared that, listen, I can move anywhere. Call me. Just call me. Listen, I got paradise. Really? It'll take me 10 minutes to get there. I've always been open-hearted like that, but this move was scary. I had 2 other people with me. I had a young girl with me. I didn't know what the schools were going to be like. I didn't know what type of neighborhood this really was or what it became. I was a little burnt out from stand-up. I was a little burnt out from the whole sexual fucking people pointing their fingers when I had to tell everybody to suck my dick. I was just burnt out. But a lot of fear was there. There was a lot of fear. Like, there's no fear when I went and got my knee surgery. I don't even know how I walked into that fucking place and got knee surgery replacement. Fucking people banging on my knee and shit like that. What happened, Lee? You hit the fucking edible spot? Again, you know, like grams tonight.
I got a call somehow.
I could tell. But it's so weird. All that has turned in my life. Like I have no, like at this point now, I'm like, why? And it started with jiu-jitsu. When I got serious about jiu-jitsu was when that started. And that was a year ago. For the first time in my life. I got serious about something else except comedy. And because I did, that drove me to love comedy again. Or at least be excited about doing it. And then you moving here. Now I got my buddy. It's easy to get on stage. We smoke 10 joints and we just do what we got to do. Get in the car, eat something, and giggle.
It feels like going to the ice house. I'm excited. Like just like that kind of night.
You know, Lee, bro, I was coming to your house during the pandemic at about 7 o'clock on the off nights. And we would drink a tube of God knows what was in it. It was 200 milligrams.
I forgot about those. Those were pretty good.
And we'd do something else and something else. Like we'd eat an edible and fucking smoke weed out in front of your house. That was all day for me back then. It was not good. Everything backfired. Like everything had just fucking backfired. I'm like, God damn, what happened? But no. So I'm happy you're here.
Thank you, buddy. I'm happy. I'm excited.
Yeah, we got a show October 15th. We got a lot of shit going on. Yeah, I'm putting something together for October 15th. And then pretty much after that, I got to do spots North Jersey or fucking in the city. So I'm excited about this, Lee. I don't care about the car. I already crashed it, so come, bitch. Come one, come on. You know what I'm saying? I'll run you over. When I know now, I know the capability I got in that fucking thing.
I'm just going a little bit less.
If you're going to cut me off, I'm coming through you. Bam. It'll be like the Mexican dude with the 2 bumpers. I hit him in the back and both bumpers fell off. That fucking truck. I didn't even that car's a tank.
So you're going to drive it into the city?
Drive it, take a ferry. You know, I just don't like the ferry at night because then you're always worried about getting back.
Right.
I can't have a good time. I got to leave in a rush because I got to catch the 10:10 ferry. I thought the ferry would run all night, but it doesn't.
That's crazy that they used to. But no, I'm excited to see just like you're happy about, like excited about stand up again. 'Cause, like that's what the because I tried not to push you. I know everyone was trying to push you, but as a comedy fan, like I'm just excited that you're doing stand up. And I didn't really understand when you were like, "Oh, like I'm not ready to do it," but like
I had
you
to change
really,
perspective.
yeah.
I just watched a special recently where I know the guy, and it was 50% of the old perspective. And I'm like, this is why I had to get that, fingers in the ass, the monkey, the muffler. I had to get all that out of my mind. I'm 61. I can't go up there and talk about eating pussy. I can't. I can't. It just makes me look weird and feel weird. So I had to change my whole approach. Do I want to go talk about my daughter up there? Fuck no. I still got problems. I got problems with people. People texting me at 8 o'clock at night on a Monday. All day. All day. I've been sitting here like fucking Michael Chandler waiting patiently. And these motherfuckers never, I don't get it.
I don't know. I think you might have just named your show.
What?
I still got problems.
I do. I still got problems, and they're getting even worse. I can just give you a list of the future problems I'm going to have. Somebody's going to get hit. Somebody with a Tesla is going to get hit soon because they're really getting my nerve. They're really getting
Just specifically Teslas.
Those people who drive them are irritating motherfuckers. They think they're cute. They're in that phone, like a spaceship. They're in there talking and dancing and yelling. Okay. Okay. Because if I see you electronic drive, I'm hitting you. I'm principal. The car fucked up, not me. I know what you're talking about. You were in the back talking to your friends, doing your fingernails. If I see one of those pilot cars, no pilot in the front seat, and you're sitting in the back fucking looking at your eyelashes, I'm hitting you out of principle.
Well, yeah, they're sitting in the back. Do people do? I saw people asleep. I didn't see anyone sitting in the back. That's crazy.
Look, that is Gentile shit. Normal people don't do it. That's for Gentiles that, oh my God, you have a Tesla? Yes. Oh, I love mine. Even though it's $9,000 for the battery, and I got to drive 10 hours to get it fueled. I go right around the corner. The little Nick the Mexican over there, it's like an Arab place, but they got Mexicans who double up. And I love them.
What are they doubling up as?
Arabs. They put like a little turban on sometimes, and then I catch them. I know they're Mexican. I don't blow that cover. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right.
I love it.
Where you at this week, Mr. America?
This weekend, I am at River. It's in Weathersfield, Connecticut. It's I have a show Friday and Saturday. It's River, a waterfront restaurant.
What's the name of this?
It's Brouhaha.
Brouhaha.
Yeah, okay. It's the name. The club is it's called River, a waterfront restaurant. It's in Weathersfield, Connecticut. Friday and Saturday.
How nice! This is the club you shut down previously.
Allegedly, under a different location.
And that's what they're going to do when you show up this week. That's how they're going to bring you out. Previously, at the Brouhaha, so they show you up there. People are talking. What's going on here? And all of a sudden, today, before and after, and you're headlining.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. It's my show.
See, look what happened there. You bombed the first time. Now you're going back as a headliner. It don't matter. They liked you.
That is really cool. No, I'm really excited. The guy Ryan who runs the club is great, and I've done this other clubs around there and shows, and it's supposed to be a great room. They just moved there maybe a few months ago or something, and it's great to do it.
I'm really proud of you, especially this weekend. You didn't come home with no tomato stains on your shirt.
No, thank God.
Nobody got you off the stage with the hook. They give you that hook and they push you out. Then like a dancer comes on stage. Keep it going.
That's my worst nightmare.
What's that?
Get the light early. Could you imagine that? At 20 minutes, you just see a light flashing.
It's happened.
Oh.
And I'm still here.
No, it did not happen to you. As a headliner?
I was very aggressive. in the beginning, and I would book myself in places I didn't belong in. I didn't know. Nobody knows. Who the fuck knows?
Right.
When I get there, they're like, ugh, these people are Mormons. And you're like, what the fuck? Here's my rent money. Now you tell me they're fucking Mormons and you want me to be clean? I got a joke about an orgy with Mormons in Salt Lake. No, I didn't. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like,
right.
There was a lot of those things. I didn't know what I was booking myself into. I had no idea. I'm a fast talker from New York. I'm doing comedy in fucking Wyoming, Lee. There was one place I had to be escorted out to my car. I did a gig in New Jersey for a police department that I had to get escorted out of there.
What did you say to those police officers?
That the undercover cops were a bunch of douchebags. That they're snorting coke. They arrest you.
That's amazing. And they didn't like that.
You could see the regular cops and you could see the undercover cops. They all had beards and ponytails and they're over there drinking and smoking cigarettes. And you can see they got like fucking meth eyes. And they're the ones that fucking snort with you and then they fucking arrest you and then they get clean before the trial and everybody's clean. You're sitting there going, this ain't the same bearded guy. They fucking hook him up. They take him to that rehab in Florida. So what were we saying? What was I saying?
You said about the undercover cops. You got escorted out of the show.
The undercover cops, bro. They gave me a light. They said, come through here, and they paid me, and they go, we're gonna walk you to the back. Out like 3 cops had to walk me outside. Thank God I had friends there. Like it was open to the public, and friends of mine that I grew up with were there. And they came over, gave me a hug, and I'm like, I got to get out of here. We got to leave. And the cop goes, leave, and then meet up with these guys. Don't stay around here. That was the weekend before I got clean from cocaine.
Were you like fucking with them on purpose, or what? Like, did you think it was gonna get a laugh? Like, where was your head at?
I was probably aggravated because I didn't have no coke. And these guys pissed me off more. I had 2 benefits that week. I had a benefit for the police department. I'm not going to say the good people. I'm not going to say the department or the town. And I had a benefit for my high school, something. My high school was a fucking disaster because they were all doing coke and got involved in the conversation. So it was a fucking disaster. But I took the money anyway. And the one the night before was a fucking disaster. I remember leaving there going, what the fuck? Like, I just got escorted out of a police fucking event. And I did the Friday. And then Saturday afternoon, I got the call that my friend died. I did Saturday night, and I got on the plane Sunday. And that was it. I was so busy, I didn't do coke. And I was still giving a debate about that movie. So that was 17 years ago when that happened.
Wow.
It's a long fucking time ago, brother, when I got booed off a stage like that. I got booed off another time after that, I think in Atlanta.
But you were like taking chances that I'm not. Like, I don't really, like that. That's a wild thing to say to a room full of cops. Like,
listen, in 2005, I got a little, I bombed. I did like a 6-city tour. First of all, I was too drunk and too fucking addicted to coke to be on this tour by myself. I remember that's the week I passed out in Beaumont. The people had to fucking pick me up and take me to a hotel and have me there for 3 days. They had me on holdout. My face was all, it wouldn't move. So, yeah, I got booed that weekend. That whole tour, I got booed. I forget where I went, but it was one disaster after another. It wasn't good. I wasn't a real headliner. I was just throwing material together. Maya. And that wasn't a fart. That's my new puppet.
This is show. Holy shit. That second one sounded like you shit your pants a little bit.
No, this is clean stuff. This is a protein shake with pineapple, coconut water, and a little protein powder. Clean, Bobby.
I love it.
So yeah, you know, fear is good to have. What are you laughing about?
I just love how you went right back into it.
No, what do you want me to say? I farted. I took a whiff. It's romantic. Everything's beautiful. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. I'm ready for the fucking world. And that's it, my brother. We'll do this again next Monday. Hopefully, yeah, we can do it live. No, not next Monday. Hopefully, like 2 weeks after that, we'll start this motherfucker. Maybe take a week off, set up the studio, and come out blasting.
That'll be great. I'm excited to do it in person. We're gonna get fucked up again, but I'm excited.
Okay. That's part of the deal. If worst comes scenario, we all go to the 4th floor. You know what I'm saying? We sleep it off on the 4th floor.
Oh, let's see. Watch me get up those stairs. Great to see you, buddy.
Great to see you too. I love you, man. Congratulations for your second headlining week of the year. You're a fucking animal. And we'll chit chat during the week.